Coming up on the Tuesday Show.
Stop forcing it down my throat. That's what she said.
No.
You have to do it in your trousers, sorry.
Everything's going to be exposed in a few moments.
Yeah.
Standard string. Turn off the lights and go home. Stick your gift in there, crimp it, off you go. Is there one called Donna, or is that a kebab? Blitzen, Badger, Sleepy, Grumpy and Dog.
Welcome to the Tuesday Show with CJ and Ted.
Merry Tuesday to you, Ted.
Merry Tuesday. Merry Christmas to you, CJ.
Thanks. I think.
Even if you probably intend to be intentionally not merry about it being Christmas.
It's not intentional. I just don't like it. Okay, there's no intent there. It just happens. I don't like Christmas. I don't like.
Why though?
Because everyone's like, oh, it's Christmas. Oh, we got to do this and that, and everyone must be jolly. And go screw yourselves. That's all I say. Just let me be. Let me do my thing. You do your thing. I'll leave you to it, and I'll do my thing. Mm-hmm. And stop forcing it down my throat.
Okay,
that's what she said. No, it just doesn't do it for me anymore. I'm not a kid. I'm in my mid-30s. I don't understand Christmas anymore. Mm-hmm. Now it's just a giant commercial waste of time and money. Mm. We must buy presents for everyone. Well, why can't you buy it any other time of year? Just because.
Well, exactly. And like you say, you're not a child, so Precisely. If you wanted to add to your collection of plushy toys,
exactly,
you can do it yourself.
Precisely.
Because you're an adult.
Exactly. I'm a grown-ass man. I buy what I want when I want. I'll buy my Matchbox toy cars and the latest Hot Wheels or Lego Star Wars thing. It's fine.
Do you know what? I wasted far too much of my life yesterday watching TikTok videos of somebody restoring small toy cars.
Okay.
Like the metal toy cars. Mm-hmm. So it was they were taking them all apart and then taking the metal and then putting paint remover on and respraying and going into lots of detail.
I quite like watching those restoration type videos, though.
Yeah, it was quite fun. And so, even to the point where on the interiors, they put glue on there, and then had some like bits of fibre, and then threw that on top. And of course, it would stick to the glue in the places that they wanted it to look like there was carpet.
That's pretty cool. I quite like that. Yeah, I quite like that. Yeah,
I enjoyed that.
There's a channel I follow on YouTube called Awesome Restorations, and I don't think he's done anything like that, but he just takes things and restores them. So like old Zippo lighters. He's got a thing about axes and knives. So he does a lot of stuff like that. But he'll just find anything that could do with restoring and restores it. And it's quite enjoyable to watch the different techniques that he uses to do that. And he'll sandblast all the metal bits, or if they're like tiny like components, he'll put them in a jar full of sand and stones and attach them to a drill and spin them around at a slow speed to almost like, I don't know what the technique's called, but just using the sand and rocks to knock all of the rust off of the stuff. And it's pretty cool to watch. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy watching that.
Maybe we should do some kind of restoration on the Tuesday show or something. If you could choose anything to restore, what would it be?
Oh, I have no idea.
Law and Order?
Law and Order.
Sense of community?
A fair system of government. My trousers. No, I don't really know. If I could restore anything.
That's definitely a blindsiding question, isn't it?
It really is, because
you've never been asked that before, have you?
Never been asked that before, and I don't own anything that needs restoration. Yeah, I've fallen very much into the pit of if it's broke, throw it away, and buy a new one.
Ho, ho, ho.
The one thing where I agree with you about Christmas, in terms of how commercialised it is the amount of plastic. I hate the idea of there being so much Christmas plastic, and it just doesn't. It just sits there, and then it gets unused, and then it gets thrown away because it's either packaging or it's toys that never looked at again. Mm-hmm. Just we should call it plasticmas. Plasticmas.
Plasticmas.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea, to be fair.
Yeah. But it would be a good time of year, a bit late now, but it would be a good time of year for campaigns about plastics and microplastics and all that sort of jazz.
Well, so when you think about kids' toys and that, it all comes in this, all these like blister packs, a bit of plastic glued onto a bit of cardboard and the product inside it, and it's quite wasteful. I mean, that's not the reason I hate Christmas, but it's certainly something to think about. You just think about the amount of waste that comes up at Christmas. All the it's like we wrap everything in paper. Okay, you can recycle the paper, but it's like, but why even use it in the first place?
Yeah.
Like, so I've got a couple of Christmas presents. They're behind the curtain here. It's like I just want to just give it to them. I don't want to wrap it up. Just give it to them. It saves my time, saves me wasting paper and sellotape or sticky back plastic if you prefer the non-trademarked version.
Sorry, I'm just coughing through your.
That's fine. You carry on.
Your rant.
Why don't you save everyone a bit of time and save the planet from recycling and just don't wrap your gifts?
What I quite like is those gift bags, because they're definitely recyclable. Because if you get a gift bag, as long as it's not untouched in any way and you haven't written all over it, well, if you give somebody a gift in that, that's great. They've got two gifts. They've got a gift and they've also got a bag which they can put to one side and use again.
Is that, and put someone else's gift in there and give it to somebody else.
Exactly.
See, genius ideas.
Yeah,
genius ideas.
That's recycling without any kind of additional cost. No manufacturing or machining or anything like that. You're literally recycling the same object on a different occasion, and it wouldn't be just one use or two uses. It's several uses.
Sadly, I fear that most or a lot of people don't look at them like that. They just go, "Oh, look, I'm now lumbered with a cardboard bag that I have to hang on to for 12 months before I can reuse," and they ended just up, throwing it in the bin or the recycling anyway.
But they should throw themselves in the bin as well.
They should. I mean, most people should, in general, just throw themselves in the bin.
Yeah, that's true.
Get in the sea.
Yeah, I mean, I say that. I mean, I'm no environmental warrior.
Some of those people do throw themselves in the bin.
They should.
No, they actually
do.
It's their process thing, isn't it? Stop wastage. Now just launch themselves into a giant wheelie bin. Stop waste. And it's like, dude, you're just lying in a bin. What are you doing?
Yeah. I saw a thing the other day, and it was about a guy who, a climate protester. So immediately, you know whose side you're on. But a climate protester in Germany, they've got this thing where they go around super gluing themselves to things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the best response to that is just to leave them there.
Nah, it's just to rip them away from whatever they've glued themselves to. It doesn't matter that they're going to leave half their skin behind. That's their fault. They shouldn't use super glue.
All right, the best legal way of dealing with it is to leave them there. But they, there was this German guy, and he glued himself to the road, like motorway or whatever it is. But he used a combination of super glue and sand. Okay, so I think the idea was that if you use super glue and sand, it means that it can't just simply be dissolved. You use some kind of solution, it dissolves the super glue, and away you go. Unfortunately, that also means that when it comes to him not wanting to be a part of the road, that can't be done either.
No.
So this guy glued himself semi-permanently, if not permanently, to the road in Germany. And in the end, the police had to dig around and take him away with his hand with a bit of road attached.
Oh, was it just his hand?
Yeah, just his hand.
Oh, I thought. See, I'm sitting there thinking he's poured like super glue and sand on the road and laid down in it. That's what.
Oh no, that would be good. That would be a really good lesson to them all. But no, it was his hand,
Right.
and it was fixed into the. It might still be fixed into this. There's very little. It's like putting your hand, cementing it permanently into something else. And I wonder whether, eventually, either his hand will reject the road, or the road will reject his hand.
Ho, ho, ho.
There was another one actually in I don't know where it was, but it was in a BMW. What do you call them? VW / Porsche thing, and they were holding some kind of opening or launch, and there was if you imagine a showroom and it's got a few Porsches in, and these guys went in and glued themselves, and
To the cars.
no, to the floor,
Oh, okay.
to the floor in this area. They glued themselves. They didn't have any kind of backup. They didn't have any kind of plan. And basically the showroom decided that what they would do is just turn off the lights and go home. Very, very occasionally send a security detail around with the dogs just to go keep an eye out.
Make sure they're okay.
And this was great because these people that had glued themselves to the floor, first of all, they'd arranged that they had a group outside that were going to come and take them food. Well, obviously they didn't let them in.
No. Good.
Yeah, it's not a public park. You've got no right to go in there. So they had nothing to eat, nothing to drink. Then they said, "Oh, well, can we have some bowls so that we can, we can
Relieve
poo
ourselves.
in?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "No."
No. You have to do it in your trousers. Sorry.
Yeah, you
should have fucking thought about that.
You glued yourself to our floor.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what? You can sit in the dark and soil yourself
Yeah.
and go hungry.
Yeah. Should have thought about all of that before you signed it to trespass.
Absolutely, absolutely. But the crazy thing about all of this is all the protesters are protesting about things that are being done by various governments anyway, above and beyond what they need to. But hey,
These people are just mental. I don't understand. It's like why, especially when you haven't really thought it through. You're just like, I'm going to walk into a Porsche dealership and just glue myself to the floor. And I'd be like, great. Literally, and it would be within like 5 seconds of gluing my hand to the floor, I'd be like, oh, God, I need a pee now. The instant you are unable to go and use the facilities, that's when you need to go. Every time.
Yeah.
It's like, a rule of the universe.
yeah,
You put yourself in a situation where you can't use bathroom facilities, you're going to need to go.
Well, I think anyway it would be a matter of instant regret. If you go anywhere and superglue your hand to something, I would feel like my instant reaction to having done it would be, I'm a dickhead.
Yeah. So why did I do this? Is it worth it? No, it really is not.
Yeah. Because you know what it's like when you just get a bit of superglue on your fingers or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel completely incapacitated. And, it's
Just like that.
It's only... Yeah, no. My fingers are stuck together and, there might be a little bit of paper involved. But...
My fingers are stuck together like this. Maybe I could just drink from the world's tiniest cup. Like
Yeah. People.
These people are crazy, right?
Anyway, so Christmas is upon us.
Again.
What I'm not going to do is ask you what your favourite Christmas food is, because if the listeners and viewers wanted to know that, they would just have to go back to this time last year, possibly this time a few years ago.
So, did we
and
talk
all,
about
all the
last
times
episode?
that we've done a Christmas special and discussed exactly the same thing.
Yeah. Although, don't we even talk about this like the last episode or the episode before or something?
Do you know?
We were talking about certain pork products that are wrapped in other pork products.
Do you know what? If you want to hear CJ and Ted talk about pork products, just tune into any episode. Any episode will do. But yeah, if you want to go for a shortcut, okay. So when it comes to Christmas and Christmas favourites, okay, probably our favourite thing is the fact that you get pigs in blankets. Yeah, thumbs up for those. Christmas films. Your favourite is what's it called? The man in the building.
Yes, it's called The Man in the Building.
Man in the Building in his
Now I
vest.
have a machine gun, ho ho ho. That's the name of the movie.
Yeah. Be Yakachar, or whatever it is. If you know, get in the comments. My favourite, as anybody would know, is
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life.
See, I remember that from last year
Yeah,
and the year before, or the time before. I don't remember. I've lost track of what we did.
yeah.
So, what's your favourite? Or time for an impromptu. What's your favourite?
Oh yeah,
Jingle.
jingle time.
What's your favourite?
What's your favourite type of Christmas wrapping paper?
Christmas wrapping paper.
Or Christmas wrap, I should say, because some of it isn't paper.
Wrap in it. I don't know. I tried a few different things. One of my favourite things that I actually did receive, and I can't remember who it was, but somebody decided that they were going to do all of their wrapping in the same way, which was to use silver foil. Kind of makes sense. Can be recycled.
As in like tin foil that you'd use in
Tinfoil,
in the
yeah.
grill. Nice.
Yeah. Easy to use. You just, stick your gift in there, crimp it, off you go. It's two gifts in one, if you think about it, especially as you come to Christmas. What are you going to need that very afternoon?
I'm going to say tin foil.
Tin foil.
I'm not sure what for.
Over turkeys, under turkeys,
Oh, yeah, of
around
course.
things, over
Yeah.
things. Think of all your leftovers.
Yeah.
Think of all your turkey sandwiches, and so on and so forth. All your cold cuts and that sort of thing.
Ugh,
Blancmange. I don't know.
Blancmange.
Yeah, so I thought that was great. And then another one year I did very basic. Again, I didn't use any sellotape, and it was just brown wrapping paper and standard string, which I thought was quite a good effect.
I don't mind brown wrapping paper, or just like the classic brown paper wrap around gifts. It gives it quite a classic look.
Well, it is, and not only that, but in the what's your favourite jingle, it's got a brown paper parcel tied up with string.
Yes, it does. Classic.
Classic. I think going back to what we were talking about with recycling and ease, I would think probably my favourite would be a good gift bag.
Okay, fair enough. I'm not a fan of gift bags. I mean, they're great if I want to give someone a gift, because I'll just go, there you go. Have a gift. It makes my life a bit easier. But if I'm receiving a gift in a gift bag, I'm just like, this is just going straight in the recycling. I'm not going to hold on to it for 12 months.
You're the person you were talking about.
I am that
You're
person. I was
that
talking
lazy
about.
person.
I am, yeah.
Right.
I am the problem.
Yeah.
Not the solution.
Yeah.
I'm not the solution. I'm there
Because
for
when you
a
said
liquid or a
it,
gas, or solid
when you
or
said
gas.
it, oh, well, some people will do this. I thought to myself, what kind of a would do that? And now I know.
What's your favourite? Tell me what's your favourite?
Like in my family, so we now do a Secret Santa in my family, which is much better than what we used to do. The return on investment is much better. The economic balance is better than it used to be.
Yeah.
So, but what I'd rather we did was, not buy them in and then wrap them and then go and give them to them. And it's like, I've got everyone's addresses. I will just have Amazon deliver the parcel to you.
Right.
Because from our Secret Santa thing, we then, and we've always done it. We write a list of things that we want, and we're not allowed to buy anything in case someone wants to get it for us for Christmas. It's just like, oh God, it's an absolute nightmare. But I'm like, look, you just give me a few ideas of what you want. I'll order it on Amazon or wherever, and I'll have it delivered to your door. Rather than having it being delivered to my door, where I then open the cardboard box that it comes in, throw the cardboard box in the recycling, then rewrap the gift in other coloured paper.
Yeah.
Then use fuel to drive this product to wherever you are, to then give it to you for you to then recycle that paper again. It's like, tell you what, let's be a bit more planet friendly. I'll just have it delivered straight to your door, and I won't come and see you on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And I feel like everybody wins in that scenario.
Well, apart from and also apart from anything else, if gifting an Amazon parcel is the only surefire way of actually getting anything delivered this Christmas, then that's not a bad idea.
I saw a good post on LinkedIn about the whole, the strike action for the mail services here, and it was a really interesting post. And they said this company went to another company to do their deliveries because Royal Mail were striking. So there'd be severe delays to deliveries and collections and all that. So they went to this other company who turned out to be cheaper than using the nationalised mail service in the UK. Yeah. Because of the strike action, and they've gone, why would we ever go back?
Yeah. Because
this other company's cheaper, and they're not suffering strike problems. Somebody will come and collect all their stuff. All they've got to do is book it online, same as they'd have to do with the other one as well. Someone will come and collect it, and then they'll drop it off the next day. They'll deliver it the next day. So why on earth would we go back to spending more money for a service where the workforce are clearly disgruntled and not working?
Yeah. So, and if you're a business owner, there's no way you would go back. Why would you?
Exactly.
You wouldn't want to take the risk.
No, exactly.
You're going to go back and forth all the time. No, you're not.
Precisely. If I was a business owner, I'd be going, well, I won't be going back to this other one because, the cost saving outweighs pretty much everything else.
Yes. And also, if you're just an ordinary person, you'll do the same. Because there are plenty of ways of delivering parcels without using Royal Mail. Mm-hmm. And do you know what you can put in your parcel?
More or less anything you want.
A card. So your parcel can get to the other side of the country much faster than just a card that you send by Royal Mail, because that's going to be sitting in a sorting office for a month.
Yep. And that's the real tragedy of it. It's the whole, there's mail that has been sent out that won't get delivered until after Christmas because of the strike actions. And like you say, it will sit in a sorting office somewhere and nothing will really happen. Some of them will get kind of, they'll fall by the wayside, or they'll get left out for whatever reason, or there'll be poor like rotation management of mail coming in, so all the oldest stuff will end up sitting at the back and the newest stuff at the front, so they'll end up doing the newer stuff first, and that's what will happen, and then people won't get things that they need or are waiting for ages. It's a real shame.
Yeah.
It really is a real shame.
And like you say, people just don't go back. Why would they?
No, exactly. Why would you?
Yeah.
Why would you?
Yeah. It was the same with, to some extent, it might be the same with trains. If you've got the train strikes, bear in mind, we know both a train driver and a postman, so we have to be careful here.
So we do know these people, yeah.
But with the train, I mean, it's bloody expensive, bloody inconvenient.
Mm-hmm.
Half the time, it's a bit of a toss-up. Well, maybe it might be best just to go in the car. Then you've got your own tunes. You can do what you like. You know, it's you can vape. You can eat donuts.
You can stop at your leisure to go. You know.
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of using onboard facilities on trains. They're usually pretty dirty and smelly.
Yeah. There's always the danger that it's going to open because there's automated ones. It's like that door's going to open, that door's going to open. You can't have a shit in peace when you're thinking everything's going to be exposed in a few moments.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it would just be comical if you're just sat there with a newspaper out and the door open.
Hello.
And it's like, morning.
Morning.
just carry on reading.
Yeah. Yeah. The door. Could you get that, please?
I said, thanks.
Yeah.
That would be funny. That would be funny. But yeah,
the door opens. You just say, "Tickets, please." But again, it's the same thing. Now, if you booked a train, let's say you're not a regular commuter, but you've booked a train because you're going to go and see friends or family or whatever. And then all the time it's a bit of a toss-up. Should we go in the car or go in the train, whatever? And then it gets cancelled, or you can't do it because somehow they're not coming up with the goods because they're striking or anything like that. Well, you're never going to book again.
Nope.
You may well get your money back, but you're not going to go through that again. You're going to think to yourself, right? I need a solution that I can rely on, come the 16th of whatever.
Yeah, true.
A specific date.
Yeah, that was a very specific.
Yeah.
The 16th of whatever. Yeah,
The 16th.
Yeah, but yeah, it's I get it. Like you say, commuters will always end up going back to the train. Especially in this kind of age where hybrid working is a big thing. So if there is train strikes, you just call in to be like, I'll just work from home because of train strikes, etc. But again, like you said, it's so expensive anyway. Like, so for me to travel from where I live to the office where I visit the most, there is a direct train that goes straight through London. Which is great, so I don't have to change. That's always one of my big problems with trains is I have to change constantly, no matter where I'm going. It's just annoying.
Are you afraid of change?
I am quite change averse. Yeah. But I'm just like, but it cost me £70, 70 quid, when I could just spend £20 in fuel in my car to get there and back.
Yeah.
And it's that I've already got the car, so there's
absolutely.
It's not like I'm shelling out just to have a car for that one journey. It's like, well,
the only time you're shelling out is when you go to Shell.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly. Or BP.
Or BPing out.
Yeah, BPing out, yeah.
Or Tescoing out.
Fun with words with CJ and Ted.
There should be a jingle for that.
There should be, yeah.
Fun with words.
Fun with words.
Fun with words.
With CJ and Ted. You started putting your microphone in frame again as well, I've noticed.
Yes, I have, just because I want a better sound quality. And also, I can get it there.
That's what she said.
Talking of pussy. So anyway, what? Right, I'm going to start. I put myself right off there. So anyway, hey CJ,
talking of pussy.
talking of pussy, what we haven't had yet is the Tuesday show Cat of the Week.
Cat of the week. Meow meow.
So this week on Cat of the Week, Ted, we're featuring a cat that I found in a video game, and you can actually go check out this the video that I made for this game. That's on my YouTube channel, link in the description. But the cat, there was just a random picture of a cat that I found in this game called Phasmophobia, which I could pick up and interact with, and I could like look at it and throw it on the ground, and that's exactly what I did. So I picked up a picture of a cat, took it out of the house that we were ghost hunting in, took it out to the box van that was set outside, and threw it on the floor in front of my colleague that I was gaming with. And it's quite a cool little cat. I think it's it just kind of is. How would you describe it? It's kind of sat with its head on a table. So imagine my hands are a table. It's just kind of sat there like that, looking quite innocent and pretty cool.
That cat reminds me of my cat, Desmond.
To
a very similar sort of tabby, and I have actually got a picture of Desmond when he was much younger, in a very similar position with his head just over. I think he was sat in a box because cats sit in boxes.
Yes, they do. Yeah, they do like boxes.
Yeah,
they do like boxes.
So basically, you stole a picture of a cat from a house in a game.
Yep. Well, the house was haunted, so the ghost didn't need any need for, or didn't have any need for a picture of a cat. There was another cat earlier on in the video that was on the wall. You'll have to just go watch the video to find it. But yeah, it's just on the wall, and it's
Good segue.
In a similar similar thing where I think it's in a box, but its legs are kind of hanging over the edge of the box as well. Pretty cool.
Hey CJ, where would I be able to find that video?
You'll find that by going to my YouTube channel, which, again, the link is in the description.
It may be. I write the description.
I don't know the link of my YouTube channel off the top of my head. YouTube.com.
You'll have to send me the link, and then I can put it in the description.
Hang on, let me find it.
The link, ladies and gentlemen, may or may not be in the description.
It will be in the description. It better be in the description. Or else this is the giant waste. Just search at CJ Brooks on YouTube and you'll find it.
FM.
No, you don't even need the FM bit. I'm pretty
Hmm.
sure it's at CJ Brooks.
And what's the FM stand for?
Facilities Management. Obviously, duh. No, it actually stands for frequency modulation. Or mice. I don't know. Anyway, the link will be in the description because I'm sending it to Ted right now. There.
Excellent. I'm guessing that coming through now.
Thank you.
That was Cat of the Week.
Cat of the week. Meow meow.
Meow.
Anyway, talking of cats, well, not cats so much as Christmas, but
the two are so similar. We just confuse them all the time.
cats, Christmas, basically the same thing.
Both start with C, both end in S.
Yeah,
there's an A and a T in there somewhere.
Yeah, and if anybody's had a cat, they'll know that as soon as it's Christmas time, a Christmas tree is basically a cat toy.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a cat magnet.
Christmas cat magnet. FM. Anyway, so back to Christmas, CJ.
Mm-hmm.
I have found a great Christmas quiz that we can do, and I'd be quite interested. I don't think we should play against each other because we're stupidly competitive like that, and it'll just get difficult. You'll give up, and also what we can do is we can play against our listeners and against our viewers. So if you'd all like to get a pen and paper and follow these questions. Let's have a look. Now, interestingly, when I found this, I opened up the web page. That's what they're called, aren't they?
Yes.
You're the IT man.
Yeah.
So I opened up the web page, and you get targeted ads.
Mm.
Well, the targeted ad on this, over on the left, is an advert for small vintage rabbit jelly molds.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Classic
because
throwback.
in the last episode we were talking about blancmange.
We were,
and rabbit molds for blancmange. So there you go. We are
Throwback,
being
I like
tracked. We are being tracked by our internet overlords.
Our computers are listening. It's terrifying when you think about it, but our computers are definitely listening.
They used to say the walls have ears. Did they? Or if walls had ears?
If walls had ears,
fly on
something
the
like
wall.
that.
Yeah.
It's something like that.
But now it's computers that have ears.
Phones. Although a phone is basically just a computer. But moving on.
Anyway, moving on. It's quiz time. And I think we should have a jingle for quiz time.
Dun-dun-dun-dun, quiz time.
I'll clip that.
Dun-dun-dun-dun, quiz time.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving swiftly on. This is from freepubquiz.co.uk. Christmas quiz. Question number 1. At what time on Christmas Day does the UK monarch broadcast to the nation?
I feel like this is a trick question.
I think I know it.
I know what the answer they're looking for is, but in actual fact, the monarch does not broadcast on Christmas Day. It's pre-recorded. And the pre-recording is broadcast at 3 p.m.
I think this is a light-hearted quiz about Christmas. I don't. This is not Krypton Factor. I don't think we're getting trick questions in there.
Mastermind. Dun, 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 dun.
I don't know about you, CJ, but I'm going to say 3 o'clock,
It's 3 p.m. Yeah,
3 p.m.
and then
Okay.
repeated again at 6.
Yeah.
And I only know that because since living, up to north, my stepdad was a big, we must watch the Monarch thing on Christmas Day, and we never had this when I lived in London. But yeah, my stepdad was no, we must watch the Monarch on, it was the Queen then, on Christmas Day, and 3 p.m. every time. And then if for whatever reason we missed it because dinner was overrunning or whatever, we'd end up watching it again at 6 p.m.
Yeah. Same here. Right. Question number 2. By the way, listeners, make sure that you've written down your answer. And don't just copy us. Just because we say 3 p.m. doesn't mean that we're right. We're right.
I say we are right, but
We are right.
it's not.
Question 2.
It's not a given.
Which two of Santa's reindeers share names with meteorological terms?
God, I have no idea.
Well, it's not Rudolph.
Rudolph's the only one that I know.
Yeah, same.
So I don't know.
Hang on. Is the one called Donna, or is that a kebab?
I feel like that's
Blitz and
that happened during the war.
Blitz. Badger.
Bodger and Badger. Bodger and Badger. Bodger and Badger.
Sleepy, Grumpy, and Dog. Do you know what? I don't know.
Genuinely, I only know Rudolph. Genuinely, that's the only one I know.
Meteorological terms.
Hailstorm.
Like wind,
Yeah.
rain.
Occluded front.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like a porn star name, but it's also a meteorological term.
Fog.
Cumulonimbus.
I'm
out.
My knowledge is very cloudy.
Rudolph.
Okay,
And
moving on,
Rudolph
moving on.
Jr. There you go. They're my two answers.
Okay, moving on. And number 3, what links Excitable Edgar within Monty the Penguin?
I don't know what either of those two things are.
Neither do I. Question 4. We're doing well. Question 4. The fictional character created by Dr. Zeus that stole Christmas.
Dr. Zeus with a Z, who throws lightning bolts at people.
Dr. Seuss.
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 Dr. Seuss. Zeus. Zeus. Dr. Seuss.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's the Grinch.
That's the most I've ever said Dr. Seuss in my life. The Grinch.
I'm pretty sure that's the Grinch.
I'm going to lock that in as our answer.
Yeah, green fella, hairy face, played by Jim Carrey in a movie once.
Okay. Question number 5. How many different flavours are there in a standard tub of Quality Street?
There's obviously the toffee penny.
There's going to be something with a nut in it.
Hang on, the toffee stick. There's a strawberry cream, orange cream, the caramel barrel, the big purple one, the
I
green
think you're
triangle.
thinking of roses.
Am I thinking roses?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm out then.
This is the problem. I'm a roses man. We're going to have to guess, aren't we?
Quality Street. I'm trying to think what's in Quality Street then. I don't know then. No, I'm 7. 7?
7. Okay, we'll stick. We'll have that 7.
Okay.
Every time I think of Quality Street, I think of Equality Street. Do you remember Ricky Gervais's going down Equality Street?
No, sorry.
Okay.
Ricky Gervais is not my kind of stand-up comedian.
Right.
Anyway, moving on.
Okay. Which pantomime... We lost a listener there. Which pantomime character marries Alice Fitzwarren?
I don't know who Alice Fitzwarren is.
No.
But I'm gonna assume their name might be Warren, seeing as Alice Fitzwarren. And was the guy's name Warren Fitzalice?
I see what you mean.
You see
but
what I
that
did
sounds
there?
like nonsense.
Yeah.
Also,
everything I say is nonsense.
Yeah, no, actually, Fitzwarren, and anything that starts with Fitz is basically, traditionally, the Fitz prefix of a name means that they are a illegitimate strand of that family. So if you were an illegitimate offspring of a Warren, you would then be Fitzwarren. And that also, there might be an element of that that's bollocks. So do fact check me. Number 7. Oh, hang on. Let's just pick a pantomime character.
Yeah, I was say. Again, I don't know pantomimes.
Buttons is a character.
Okay.
Buttons.
Okay.
That's something I've heard of. Number 7. In the poem, The Night Before Christmas, visions of what danced in children's heads?
Elephants, like in Dumbo.
Really? Okay.
To the tune "Elephants on Parade."
Right.
The true answer is I don't know, so I just took a stab in the dark.
Okay, well, we'll soon find out. I do believe listeners and viewers may actually have the edge, because they're not quite as...
They're not as thick as we are.
Not as thick as we are. Question number 8. The American states of Georgia...
You okay there? Long COVID?
Yeah. The American states of Georgia, Arizona, and Indiana all have towns that share which same Christmassy name?
Eggnog. I don't know.
Eggnog.
Yeah, just eggnog.
Which town are you from? Eggnog.
Yeah. I'm from Eggnog, Indiana. I mean, it sounds like a real place when you say it like that. Eggnog, Indiana.
Eggnog, Indiana.
Eggnog, Indiana. And we just lost our last listener.
What about yeah? Okay, that's possibly a thing.
I really don't know.
What about Jesus?
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah, you can imagine a town called Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm from Jesus in Arizona.
Jesus, Arizona.
Even though my accent would indicate that I'm not. Episode number 9. Question number 9. Popular in Victorian England at Christmas, what is a smoking bishop?
Well,
I
feel like it's kind of self-explanatory. It might be a bishop that's on fire.
Let's go with that.
Okay.
Obviously, the mind immediately goes to some stupid name of something inappropriate, like a rusty trombone. Question 10.
A rusty sheriff's badge.
What?
A rusty sheriff's badge.
Come on, think Christmas. Question 10. In the 1947 Christmas comedy drama Miracle on 34th Street, which actress plays the little girl brought up not to believe in Santa Claus?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
Me neither. No idea.
And I don't know many popular.
It's 1947.
In 1947, yeah. I'm going to say, if I say Dakota Fanning, because she's like the kid that appears in every Christmas film ever.
What, in 1947?
Sure, why not?
I was going to say, yeah, let's go with that. Okay, so number 11.
What were you going to say? Come on, what were you going to say?
I don't know. Well, no, because then I couldn't think of the name.
Julie Garland.
Yes. Should we go with that?
Yeah.
It sounds better, doesn't it?
Very much an adult at that point, but yeah.
Okay. Number 11. Bob Geldof and Midge
from Ultravox.
Midge.
Mm-hmm.
Vienna.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wrote the song Do They Know It's Christmas in which year?
Oh, wasn't that like...
It's got to be 80-something.
86 or 87?
Yeah. Right.
I'm pretty... It was definitely...
Do they know it's Christmas? Possibly not.
So I guess they don't if we have to remind them.
Should we go?
I'm going to go 86.
Okay. I'll go with that as well. 86. Okay. Question 12. Christmas Island, a territory of the Commonwealth of Australia, is located in which ocean?
I'm pretty sure Christmas Island is in the Pacific.
Pacific Ocean. Question 13. Which country was the first to use the tradition of the Christmas tree?
Germany.
Germany.
Germany, yep.
I like the fact that we're both so adamant about that. We're probably going to be wrong for some reason.
Yeah.
What? It was the fucking Dutch. Right. Question 14. Silent Night. Question 14. Which Christmas carol, based on a poem by an English poet, Christina Rossetti, has been set to music many times, the most famous by Gustav Holst. Which Christmas carol?
I'm trying to think of Christmas carols. Silent Night.
Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree.
Oh Christmas tree.
Oh Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree. How lovely art thou branches.
I do not know. I'm gonna just take a stab in the dark and say while shepherds wash their socks by night. While watching Sky TV.
I'd say that was a hymn.
Is that a hymn? Okay.
Yeah.
So
or a her. Or a her, or a they. Come on, let's...
Is a Christmas carol a her in that case?
Yeah, a
because
her.
Carol
But they,
is
but they
in
could
the
be a
name.
they. It's about how they identify.
Yes. it is, yeah.
About it, how it identifies. Question 15. And this is the last question now. So then we'll find out how we did. Actor Rudolph Walker plays which character in the BBC soap opera EastEnders?
What's that got to do with Christmas?
I think Rudolph.
Okay.
I don't know any characters in BBC soap opera EastEnders.
I'm just going to say that I watched EastEnders once, about 20 years ago, hated it, and have never watched it ever since. So,
I've watched it a couple of times. The only characters that I can think of is the two guys, one of which is Ross Kemp.
the Mitchell brothers.
Mitchell Brothers, and then you've got Doc Cotton
Uh-huh.
and
Barbara Windsor.
Barbara Windsor, and then there was also what's his face, Fowler. So there's the Fowlers, the Mitchells, the Barbara Windsors,
The Windsors, yeah.
the Windsors, and
Featuring Charles, Elizabeth, William, Harry.
yeah, and Rudolph Walker plays somebody, and we have no idea.
No, not a clue. I wouldn't even
Okay.
know where to begin.
Okay, pass. Okay. So
Were you
what we're going to do?
writing the answers down? Because I wasn't.
I know what we said. I know what
Okay.
we said. We know whether we're going to be right or not. Okay,
So,
let's get ready for the answers.
I'll say, have we got the answers?
Yes, we've got the answers.
Okay, good.
Okay. Answer to number 1 was 3 p.m. Oh, that was when it's the Monarchs broadcast. There we go.
Yep.
Tick VG. We've got one mark.
Yeah, we got one right.
Hey, Donna
Probably
and
the only
Blitzen.
one.
Now, come on. I said Donna and Blitzen. Apparently,
Congratulations
they mean
to you.
Donna and Blitzen. Apparently, they mean thunder and lightning in German. Now, I didn't think this was going to be a languages test.
No, I had no idea.
I think we may have been duped here. But Donna and Blitzen, do we give ourselves a point for that?
You can have points for that. I
Okay.
didn't even come close, and I just said Rudolph.
Let's say 1. John Lewis Christmas adverts is the answer to question 3. I don't know what the question was. What was the question? Question number 3 was, what links Excitable Edgar with Monty the Penguin? Oh.
John Lewis Christmas. Okay, maybe you should
That
read
was
the
it.
question first and then the answers to remind
Yes.
us what the questions were.
That's a great idea. Okay, so question number 4 was, name the fictional character created by Dr. Zeus. And that was the Grinch.
Dr.
Correct.
Jesus. Yep, I got that one right. Yay.
Yeah. Hey, back of the net. Number 5 rather. How many different flavours are there in a standard tub of Quality Street?
I said
We
7.
said 7.
Yeah.
Our survey said, no, 12.
12?
It seems unlikely, doesn't it?
It does seem very unlikely.
But
I feel
don't
like
forget
I need to
that-
Google what they are now.
Yeah, but then they always put 1 or 2 of the really rubbish ones in, and there's things that you forget, like a fudge or something like that.
Right, hold on. I'm Googling it. So, Toffee Deluxe, Milk Choc Block, Coconut Eclair, Toffee Penny, the purple one. I told you the big purple one.
Okay.
Orange Chocolate Crunch, Strawberry Delight, Fudge, Orange Cream, Caramel Swirl, the Green Triangle, I said that one as well, and the Toffee Finger, I said that as well. So actually, I was on the right track. Now I need to figure out what's in the other one.
Yes. I tell you what, one of the things you didn't mention, which I just mentioned there, was fudge. So that must be in roses.
Actually, yes, I
Basically-
said it was a toffee finger, but I did mean fudge finger. But no, you're right.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Fudge finger.
I was about to say, you may have to work for roses to be able to be a fudge packer.
Yeah. So they've got roses is hazel whirl, golden barrel, hazel in caramel, strawberry dream, caramel, country fudge, signature truffle, dairy milk chunk, tangy orange cream. which means absolutely nothing to me.
No.
What's country fudge? What's a signature truffle?
A country fudge is just fudge in chocolate. It's just like a finger of fudge.
Okay, moving on.
Moving on, but smaller, obviously. 12 different flavours. Oh, yes, we've said that. Question number 6 was which pantomime character, blah, 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 Fitzwarren.
Fitzwarren.
The answer was Dick Whittington.
Okay.
It was Dick all along. Number 7. Number 7, in the poem The Night Before Christmas, visions of what danced in children's heads?
We said elephants.
We said elephants. The answer is sugar plums.
Okay. What's a sugar plum?
I have no idea, but we were wrong. Question number 8. American states of Georgia, Arizona, and Indiana have towns that have what Christmassy name? We said something or other. We were wrong. It was Santa Claus.
I said eggnog. You said Jesus. Could have been tinsel. Tinsel was also in my head. But, okay, Santa Claus is the answer.
Yeah. Number 9. Popular in Victorian England at Christmas, what is a smoking bishop? So what's a smoking bishop? You've all been asking yourselves. It's a type of mulled wine.
Okay.
Are you a fan of mulled wine?
I don't mind mulled wine. I haven't had it for a long time. I don't mind it.
Number 10. In the 1947 Christmas comedy drama Miracle on 34th Street, which actress plays the little girl? The answer is 1984. That's not correct. I'm on question 10. The answer is Natalie Wood.
I don't know who that is either.
I know, but it's what I've heard. Natalie Wood. Question 11.
So bad.
And that is Dad Joke of the Week.
Dad Joke of the Week.
Okay, Bob Geldof and Midge wrote the song Did They Know It's Christmas? Yes, we know. Apparently, the answer is 1984. We were only 2 away.
I was only a couple of years off.
Yeah. Still, we got it wrong.
So it doesn't matter, it's still wrong.
it's still wrong. Number 12, Christmas Island. A territory of the Commonwealth of Australia is located in which ocean? Oh, it's the Indian Ocean.
You know what? I thought Indian Ocean. I felt like Pacific was too on the nose. You know, too Pacific, you might say. Yeah, okay, but I still got it wrong. I did think Indian.
Question 13. This is where we get back off our marks, as it were. Which country was the first to use the tradition of the Christmas tree? It was, in fact, Germany.
Yeah.
We got that right. And then we've got question number 14, the penultimate one, which is which Christmas carol, based on a poem by English poet Christina Rossetti, blah, 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 blah. The answer was In the Bleak Midwinter.
Okay.
We did not get that.
Not even close.
Not even remotely close. Question 15. Actor Rudolph Walker plays which character in EastEnders? Well, that was a hard pass. The answer is answer number 15.
The answer is question number 4, which is...
The answer is 15. Patrick Truman.
Wasn't he a president of the United States?
Truman, yes. Not the same guy, though.
What was the guy's name? What was the president's name? Truman.
Bob.
We'll just say Bob. Bob Truman.
Truman. I don't know. This is the problem with recall. Every time that somebody says, "What was the first name of
Harry?"
Yeah,
Harry S. Truman.
Harry. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Harry S. Truman.
Yeah.
Well, that was a lot of fun, and we failed miserably.
And that was our Christmas quiz.
Quiz time.
There we have it. That was the extravaganza that is the Christmas episode of the Tuesday Show. Now, can I just ask you, CJ, before we go, what have you got in store for the rest of your Christmas day?
Nothing.
Okay.
What about you?
Not a great deal.
Good chat.
It's quite sad that this was the highlight.
Yeah, good chat. There's nothing.
And if you're watching or listening to this on Christmas Day, how sad that it's your highlight too. And on that,
it's time to say goodbye.
This has to end. Bye-bye.
That was The Tuesday Show.
Get in touch with us. All the links are in the description. And until next time, goodbye.
Goodbye.